Good afternoon, everyone, or good early evening, everyone. Today is Thursday, the 3rd of September. This is Felicia in F1. I wanted to do a quick reaction video to what has happened, the shock announcement that Frank and Claire Williams are stepping down after this week's race. So, just wow, first of all, I think a lot of people were very surprised and quite saddened at both Claire and Frank taking the decision to leave Williams and make that shock announcement that no one saw, I don't think anyone saw coming. No suspicion of this happening after the acquisition of the U.S. investment from Dorilton Capital. For all intents and purposes, in the press release and the statements that were made, that it would be the structure would remain in place, the name would remain in place, and the location, the UK would remain in place. So nothing happened publicly. I guess that's why no one saw it coming. I suppose if we're going to look at this on a macro level, I guess it could make sense. They wanted to clear out the decks and start afresh. So that was the intention of Claire and Frank wanting to step down. And also to add that Michael Driscoll, who's the CEO of Williams Racing, is also stepping down as well after this weekend. As to why, Claire had a quite lovely video on the social media, but also in the press release. She stated, and I'm going to quote, "With the future of the team now secured, this feels like an appropriate time for us to step away from the sport. As a family, we have always prioritized Williams. We have demonstrated that by our recent actions with the strategic review process, and we believe now is the right time to hand over the reins and give the new owners the opportunity to take the team into the future." Matthew Savage, one of the new board of directors for Williams and chairman of Dorilton, has replied and said, "We fully respect the very tough decision of Claire and the Williams family to step away from the team and the business after securing new resources for its future." It goes on to say, "She has been also hugely instrumental in shaping a more technical and financial playing field for F1, which will help to ensure the team's return to the front of the grid in seasons to come. We are proud to carry the Williams name into the next exciting phase for the sport, and we thank Sir Frank, Claire, and the Williams family for the opportunity to be part of this great British brand." So comments from both sides there. So I guess what's next? Who will be the next team principal? Who is coming in to be in charge of Williams? No announcements have been made as of today. We shall see what's going to happen. I'm sure the announcements will come very soon, and there's probably already speculation about who is going to take over. But that being said, also in today's press release and news, Williams have announced the new official board of directors, which include the Dorilton Capital, so Matthew Savage, like I mentioned before, Darren Foltz, and also co-founder of Dorilton Capital, and as well as the third person, James Matthews, who is the CEO of Eden Rock Group, probably the one that's most notable to the British public for his association and his because of his wife, who is Pippa Middleton, and the brother-in-law of Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge. So, which is quite interesting, nevertheless. But that is my quick reaction video and quick update about what's going on. So, end it with complete shock and quite a sad end to Williams, the last remaining independent team. And I know a team with so much heritage and so many memories for a lot of people who follow Formula One and who have everyone has a story about Sir Frank and his influence in the sport and in Formula One. And if you haven't seen the documentary Williams, really interesting. It's a really, really interesting documentary that talks about the team and talks about even the dynamics of the family as well. But I wanted to leave with some stats and what they've achieved since they were founded in 1977. Williams have won 114 Grand Prix, they've taken 128 pole positions, they've won 9 Constructors' Championships, and have won 7 Drivers' World Championships. This is Felicia on F1. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.